How's it going, everyone? We are coming up on September and a lot of game releases for you PlayStation 4 and 5 owners. Obviously, I think if you have an Xbox or PC, the majority of the attention is going to be on Starfield in September, but PlayStation users got a lot of great games to look forward to as well, and we've got 15 games, a free title, a lot of compelling games coming next month, so let's get right into it and highlight all of the great stuff. Starting things off, we have Bomb Rush Cyberfunk dropping on September the 1st. Now, this game is already out on PC and Nintendo Switch. I am playing the PC version myself. Team Reptile was nice enough to hook me up with a copy of the game, and it is a very enjoyable game. Solid soundtrack. Aesthetically, I think the game looks solid. Quirky gameplay style. The issue with this game is going to come back to the price point. $39.99 for a game that I think would do exceedingly well at a $20 price point. It's so off the wall that at the very least, I would highly recommend all of you to add it to your wish list. Obviously, the easy comparison is Jet Set Radio, and I definitely get that vibe, but it's an enjoyable game. It's just that price point is a little high, but excited for this to come to PlayStation 4 and 5 on September the 1st. Next up, huge release here, coming to PlayStation 5, PC releases out. Of course, we're talking about Baldur's Gate 3. Now, Baldur's Gate 3, I am going to be honest with you guys. I played the PC version. It's not my cup of tea. But if it's not my cup of tea personally, don't get it twisted. For a lot of you guys, you're gonna really enjoy this RPG. This is a game with an incredible amount of depth to it, a lot of decision making. Can be a little bit, slower paced at times, but for most people, I think they're gonna really enjoy it. Just keep in mind, you gotta know what you're getting yourself into, because I think a lot of people are just looking at Metacritic scores and getting exceedingly excited for a game that is more associated with a PC audience. Obviously, Larian has brought their other games to PlayStation. If you played Divinity Original Sin 2, generally speaking, most people think Baldur's Gate 3 is a stronger game than that. It's incredibly rich in terms of its story, party base, a lot of customization options with the characters. I think most of you guys are gonna have a great time with it. Just because it wasn't my cup of tea doesn't mean that you guys aren't gonna enjoy it. But yeah, it is coming to PlayStation. A lot of talk online because I guess some PlayStation people are upset they're not getting Starfield. They're trying to paint Baldur's Gate 3 as this exclusive where it's on PC, it's gonna be on Xbox. It's not an exclusive, guys, come on now. But Baldur's Gate 3 dropping on September the 6th, and if you don't have an Xbox or PC to play Starfield, you're only a PlayStation guy, hey, at least you have a different RPG to check out at the very least. Next up, the release of this kind of came together very quickly. The Crew Motorfest. Yes, the latest Crew title. Get your ticket for an all-year-round festival designed for all car enthusiasts on the beautiful island. Celebrate all the facets of car culture, introducing playsets, a series of short thematic campaigns offering unique and exciting car culture experience. Each one is carefully designed to immerse you in a different car culture. Explore a vibrant Hawaiian open world with your crew. Join Motorfest, an always renewed haven for car lovers as well. The Crew Motorfest is due out for a release on September the 14th. If you do buy the Gold Edition or the Ultimate Edition, they are doing the 3-day early access gimmick, so you can play it a little bit earlier if you do want. Next up, we have an Avatar: The Last Airbender game. No, not Avatar from Ubisoft, but Avatar: The Last Airbender Quest for Balance. Team Avatar is back. Relive the epic adventure of the original Avatar: The Last Airbender series as you play as Aang and his 8 friends to explore the most unique locations from the series, solve challenging puzzles, and experience the most heart-touching moments of Aang's story. We'll see how this one turns out. Avatar, obviously a beloved franchise. The budget for this game doesn't seem crazy. Visually, it's not blowaway, but again, we'll see how Last Airbender Quest for Balance turns out. It drops September 22nd. Next up, multiplayer title PAYDAY 3 dropping September 21st. PAYDAY 3 is the much anticipated sequel to one of the most popular co-op shooters ever. Since its release, PAYDAY players have been reveling in the thrill of a perfectly planned and executed heist. That's what makes PAYDAY a high-octane co-op FPS experience without an equal. Obviously, this game is very much centered around its cooperative play, so keep that in mind. The base game will be $39.99. There is a Silver and Gold Edition, $70 and $90 respectively. The game will be on Xbox Game Pass if you want to play it on Xbox or PC, but for the PlayStation release, it'll be coming September 21st. Next up, brand new action RPG, action JRPG, Fate Samurai Remnant. A brand new Fate set in Edo, mid-17th century Japan, and the Waxing Moon Ritual. 7 parts of masters and servants, historical heroic spirits that possess overwhelming power vie for the omnipotent wish granter, the Waxing Moon's vessel. Only one pair can emerge victorious. An action RPG where you can explore the towns of Edo, feel the bustling atmosphere of Edo, where traditional houses, samurai residences, and brothels can be seen. Progress through the story centered around the waxing moon ritual, and meet various characters, explore different towns, and take on a wide variety of quests as well, and master and servant fight as one. Fate Samurai Remnant is due out for a release on September 28th. Next up, major Souls-like title, long awaited here as well, Lies of P. Lies of P is a thrilling Souls-like that takes the story of Pinocchio, turns it on its head, and sets it against the dark, elegant backdrop of the Belle Epoque era. This is a game that's been wanted for a while, incredibly slick in terms of aesthetic and presentation, darker tone to it as well, a dark, elegant, and cruel world, unearth the secrets of the city of Krat, a place soaked in the style of the Belle Epoque era, which once thrived due to its puppet industry and now sees its streets covered in blood. Battle with twisted instruments, what's in a lie? There will be times where you'll be confronted with choices where you can give comfort to others in sorrow or despair by lying. A classic reimagine here as well. Incredibly compelling in terms of stylization, Lies of P drops on September 19th. Next up, another major release on September the 19th, Mortal Kombat 1. Discover a reborn Mortal Kombat universe created by the fire god Liu Kang. Mortal Kombat 1 ushers in a new era of the iconic franchise with a new fighting system, game modes, and fatalities. Mortal Kombat 1 is going to be a game I know a lot of you guys are excited for. Insane fatalities once again, and if you're into fighting games, something to keep on your radar. The competition for fighting games is incredibly steep these days, so we'll see how Mortal Kombat 1 fits into a world, you know, with the Street Fighter 6s of the world and everything like that. Hopefully it does fairly well, and I think, you know, not saying too much, I think Mortal Kombat 1 is going to crush it from a commercial standpoint. Next up, free title, Disney Speedstorm finally drops on September 28th. Welcome to Disney Speedstorm. Drift into the ultimate hero-based combat racing set on high-speed circuits inspired by Disney and Pixar world. Master each character's unique skills and claim victory in this thrilling arcade racing experience from the creators of the Asphalt series. And if you played Asphalt, Asphalt is a fairly enjoyable game. A lot of you guys may have played it on the DS or you played it on your mobile phone. Disney Speedstorm, very much an arcade racer, and it finally drops in its full release on September 28th. Next up, huge release here, the expansion to Cyberpunk 2077. We have 2077 Phantom Liberty. A new spy thriller adventure to Cyberpunk 2077 arrives on September 26th. And it'll offer you a lot of new content, a spy thriller, adventure, return as cyber-enhanced mercenary V and embark on a high-stakes mission of espionage and intrigue to save the NUSA president. A new area, watch your back in Dogtown, a district riddled with secrets and opportunities that can only be seized by those willing to do whatever it takes. Dive into a new story. Espionage is a high-risk game and failure isn't an option. Choose your allies with care as you unravel the secrets at the heart of this expansion. Create your own playstyle and decide how the story ends. Your decisions impact not only the fate of the characters around you, but also yourself throughout. Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty is due out on September 26th. Next up, quirky game here, anime dating sim hack and slash combination, Eternights. Eternights is a dating action game where you try to make the most out of life during the apocalypse. Monday, go on a date. Tuesday, clear a dungeon. And Friday, freak out. The clock is ticking. Definitely a quirky title, not for everyone. One day, something or someone has turned humans into dangerous monsters. All that interests them is now violence and power. They are what stand between you, a cure, and the world you want. Most importantly, you're fighting for more than just your own survival. You are fighting for those you love. You'll find love throughout the game, race the clock, explore dungeons, and you've got animated cutscenes to boot. Eternights drops on September 12th. Next up, we have Ad Infinitum. Ad Infinitum notes, when reality is a nightmare, nightmares become real. In the psychological horror game, can you find the terrifying creatures invading your mind? Can you save your sanity? Very much a psychological horror. Break the cycle. Will the nightmare ever end? Will you find inner peace one day? In Ad Infinitum, you play as a German soldier haunted by the horrors of the Great War. Between a dream and a reality, nightmares that become real, and a family torn apart. The game is priced pretty well at $34.99. Horror game competition is pretty deep these days, but we'll see how this one turns out as it drops on September 14th. Next up, we have Rin the Last Child. Join Rin, the last child of the creator, and on a journey to restore order in a mystical world, collect aspects and runes, craft spells, and confront powerful bosses. Your transformed siblings, the fate of the world rests in your hands. Very much giving me vibes of Ori, and that is not a bad thing at all. Rin the Last Child drops on September 21st. Next up, we have Monochrome Mobius, Rights and Wrongs Forgotten. Now, this is a JRPG that already released on PC. A new JRPG from the veteran studio Aqua Plus, commemorating 20 years of the multimedia series. This is the story of a man who will be sung about in Legends. A solid reception on Steam and PC, 532 user reviews, 80% of those reviews are positive. A variety of different characters, cool art style as well. Monochrome Mobius, Right and Wrongs Forgotten will be dropping on PlayStation 4 and 5 on September 5th. And lastly, we have Wildmender, a desert gardening survival game. Start from a tiny spring and cultivate a blooming garden, explore a vast world amid the sands, and uncover its mystery. Can you defend against the relentless forces of nature and mysterious wraith corruption to bring life to a dying world? Wildmender will be dropping on September 28th. And that's gonna do it for me. Again, a stacked roster of games coming in September. Even if you don't have a gaming PC or an Xbox to check out Starfield, there's plenty of opportunity for great gaming experiences in September. That's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.